Hi, my name is Diana, the Tummy Cook, and today I'm inviting you to a Thanksgiving recipes cooking class. My friends Natalie Mahoney and Iwona Santiago are going to cook a green bean gremolata for us, cranberry pecan cheese balls, a quick spiced carrot salad, and a potato bake. We're going to review together a lot of Thanksgiving recipes right here, and they're going to give you tons of tips, general cooking tips and Thermomix cooking tips. So stay with us and join the class. Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming to our cooking class, Thanksgiving recipes. We have here Natalie and Iwona. They're amazing Thermomix chefs and they've been doing Thermomix for many years. They're going to tell you a little bit about them, and then they're going to do 2 recipes each, and we're also going to be talking about a few more recipes. So I hope that you enjoy your evening with us. Like I said, if you ate already, that's great. If you didn't, you're gonna be a little hungry. So let's get started, and we're going to go to Natalie first. So hi Natalie, how are you doing?
I am good. I am, today I'm going to be, I'll just tell you that I'm in Evergreen, Colorado, and I've been doing Thermomix, for those who have not seen me or met me before, since 2004. Started in Australia and are doing it here now. So I'm going to show you the green bean gremolata. So our dishes are mainly side dishes we're showing you, because obviously to cook, a meat dish is too long for one of these classes. We did a class on Sunday and we cooked some meat in that class. That was a face-to-face class. So basically these are side dishes. And this one's, nice, fresh. There are other green bean ones, but this one's just a nice, fresh green bean one. So I'm just going to push start. And it wants some Parmesan cheese, and I've got that ready in a little baggie. So I'm just going to pop that in. 1 ounce. You can see I've cut them into little blocks. Parmesan cheese is very hard, or the one I buy is. So you want to make sure that you've cut it into small pieces. And the recipe will tell you that. Okay, so we're going to go next. Actually, I'm getting way ahead of myself.
I'm going to put the recipe in the chat so everybody can see it.
And I've got some flat leaf parsley here that I've prepared. So just pop that in. You can put in less or more, it's up to you. And then I've got a garlic clove going in, and I've got some lemon. So with the lemon, I just want to show you, I've got this great peeler that actually peels a really thin slice of the peel of the skin. So if you look at this, you can see that it's really just the lemon. It's not got any of the white pith on the back. So I'm just going to pop that in. It says just from 1 lemon, so I'm just going to pop that in. And I'm just going to tickle these. So I've added them next. And now I'm going to put my lid on and chop. Still getting used to the TM7.
I love how all the check boxes are in the same screen. It's really much faster. But we have only 10 seconds of chopping, and then we're going to go straight to steaming. So this is going to be a super fast recipe.
It is.
That anyone can do when you're preparing the turkey in the oven, and you can have Thermomix.
I just want to show everyone that, just so they can see how nicely chopped that is.
Nice.
And it smells, really delicious. So it's asked me to transfer that to a bowl and set it aside. So I'm just doing that here. And I'm just going to use my spatula to get all of that out of the sides.
Awesome.
You can see me.
I love how the picture in the screen, it shows exactly what you're doing right now. You see that picture?
Yeah, that's great.
Of the wall.
Okay, so we've got that there. We're going to go next. And now it wants me to mix the water in there. So I've got my pitcher of water here. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to pour that in.
Awesome.
I've put way too much water in there. What's going on here? Let me just start again. Tar that out. I think I didn't tar it.
Yes.
What's my problem there?
Live video, the fun of live videos, right?
Well, I was on those sides, so I didn't see that I hadn't done that. So I've got that water in there. And I'll go next. And it wants me to set my aroma in place. And I have got my beans already here. I use the aroma to actually as a colander. Stick that on. I'll remove that lid. And I'll put that on top. There. Okay. And now I'm going to put the in there. It's going to ask me for that. Secure my lid. Next. And we're going to just get this steaming. So it's going to be super quiet. Now I've got a TM7. I have to actually listen or see the colour at the back to make sure it's on because it is so quiet.
That's perfect. So
Okay.
what are you going to add later to the green beans? You had something there ready, right?
I do. So I'm going to obviously add the cheese and the parsley that we chopped up and the garlic, but I've also got here some pine nuts. So what I did in this recipe is, it's not in the recipe to do this, but the first step I did before the class is I toasted these in the actual Thermomix, and I did that for 10 minutes on 120 on the speed soft or the spoon setting. Some people call it speed soft, some people call it spoon. So that's the way you can toast your nuts in there, and you don't have to worry about burning them like you do on the cooktop. So
perfect.
yeah, and then we'll put some salt and pepper on it, but I'll show you all that once we've steamed this one.
Perfect. So what do we have? Like 12 minutes to go? All right, we're going to go to,
yes.
Perfect. We're going to go to Iwona then in the meantime. Thank you. Thank you, Natalie. Hi, Iwona. How are you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Where are you? Who are you? How long have you been doing this?
Yeah. Hi, I am Iwona and I am in Colorado also, like Natalie. And I am with Thermomix from 2018. And tonight I prepare for you very good, very delicious dish. They call potato gratin. It's like a traditional French casserole dish. And it also goes very good with grilled meat or roasted meat. So let's start to cook. I will press just start. Okay, preheat oven to 200 Celsius. So it's 395 Fahrenheit. Okay. Grease the casserole dish and place the Swiss cheese. I put a little bit more because I like cheese. Next. And I will grate the cheese for 5 seconds, speed 7.
Awesome. The recipe that you're using is the one that has also cutting the potatoes with the cutter, right? But we're skipping that. You already have the potatoes sliced.
Yes, I already prepared.
Okay, perfect.
So let me just transfer the cheese to the smaller bowl. Wow, looks.
Let us see the bowl.
Yes, sorry.
Ta-da! Awesome.
Very fast. The Swiss cheese. Also, you can substitute the cheese with your favorite one. So I use mozzarella cheese, the hard one. And also I will add, just sprinkle a little bit with Parmesan cheese.
Perfect. Jay is saying right now that she cannot wait for her new TM7 cutter because the TM7 cutter is not for sale yet, but consultants have access to it with some, challenges and incentives that we have. So always remember that you can purchase, but you can also become a consultant and get all this access to all these accessories before anyone else. But yeah, today we didn't show you that.
And with our face-to-face class on Sunday, we used the cutter because one of our consultants actually had it, so we used it.
That was awesome. That's great. People loved it, right? I cannot wait to see
Everybody
mine.
couldn't believe how quick it was.
Yeah, mine is still in the box. I gotta open it in front of the camera and I gotta do it tomorrow. Alrighty, here we have and Iwona here. One second.
Yes, I'm adding garlic clove. It's just one, but you're cooking for yourself, so you like your taste, your taste, so you can add more if you like.
Perfect.
Next, chop for 3 seconds, speed 7. Yeah, let's go.
And Jay is asking if you can use cheddar cheese.
Yes, you can. Whatever
And
cheese you
also,
like.
in the tips of the recipe, it says that you can use Gruyere cheese can be replaced by Emmental or any other hard cheese.
Okay, scrape down.
On Sunday we used Gruyere, but I think Iwona was using something different today, wasn't she?
Yes. So yeah,
Today she was using Swiss, right?
I did the mozzarella cheese, the hard mozzarella cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, my family love mozzarella, so yeah. So now we're adding 1,200 grams of potato. I already prepare slice, so
Okay.
it will be much easier with the cutter, of course.
Yes.
But let me just add to the mixing bowl.
Okay.
Yep. And next, whipped cream. So 250 heavy whipped cream. You can also substitute half and half with like whipped cream or whole milk. So as you see, we have the scale built in, so it's so easy to pour.
And this recipe happens to be metric, but you can also have recipes with ounces and Fahrenheit, yes.
Exactly, yeah. I am European, you hear my accent, I'm Polish, so I'm using the grams. Yeah. So now 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm using Himalayan salt. Okay, ground pepper, half of a teaspoon.
I love this recipe.
Pepper and 1 pinch of nutmeg. All right, we have everything checked. And now I will cook for 10 minutes.
Awesome. Perfect.
Yep.
So do we have...
Some of the other recipes don't cook like that.
We have so many different recipes.
Yeah,
the other one they call baked potato, but you have to bake in the oven for 55 minutes. So for me, I prefer cook for 10 minutes and later on just for 20-25 minutes in the oven. It's faster and for me it tastes better. You know, everybody like different recipes.
Just so people know though that there are other versions. So the one with the cutter, you just pop the potatoes straight into the casserole dish and make up the sauce and tip it on top. Sprinkle your cheese and put it in the oven, but it does take longer to cook. So choose your recipe on the time you have to cook.
Exactly. So yeah, that will be like faster. And later on, the same like you said, the next step will be just pour the mixture into the casserole. I already prepared. I put the butter around and I will bake for 25 minutes and sprinkle with the cheese.
That's awesome. So before I go to Natalie, Iwona, what are you going to make after? Because Natalie's going to make another recipe, and what will be your last recipe at the end?
Yeah, my next recipe is also like very good proposition for Thanksgiving table, and is a spiced carrot salad. It's really good, very fresh. We made last Sunday on our in-person cooking class, and was delicious. I made the first time last week. Some my friends sent it to me, the recipe, and it's really, really good. Like surprisingly good. Yeah, with the spices, awesome.
Awesome, perfect. So now we're going to go back to Natalie because she's going to make a different thing for us. What do you have for us, Natalie?
I'm going to make a pecan covered cheese ball, but my Thermomix is still steaming. So just going back to that potato bake, you can add other things to it. So like if you want to add onion to it, you can slice up some onion rings and put it through it, or chop it on like a speed 4.5, 4.5, so it's not pulverized but chopped, and then add that through it. You can add some ham through it.
Yeah, bacon, whatever you like.
Chorizo. They're just little tips that you can add to it if you've got some in the fridge and you want to add it to give it a bit more flavor.
Yeah, like you said, it's like very good dish, like vegetarian option, or like for meat lovers, you can add extra meat.
Yeah, and it's great to take to a potluck as well if you have a potluck that you need to take something to.
Yes. Okay. This is actually was like, I went for the birthday party last Saturday and I brought this dish and it was like big hit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I can actually get my ball of I've pre-made so the recipe calls for my recipe that I'm doing next, one big cheese ball, but I've broken it in half and I've done half and half. So they're about the size of a tennis ball, which I think are pretty big enough anyway. But I'll grab that out. Oh, I'm still steaming.
We're gonna see the result first.
Oh, you're gonna see it before I make it, and then I can roll it and show you. So I can while we're waiting, I can actually. So this is it put in some cling wrap once I made it earlier, and you just put it in the fridge and let it firm up for about half an hour. So I did that earlier, and that was why I broke up the recipe, because I wanted to see if that was a decent portion. And I think if you have 6 people over, that's still probably a decent portion. Imagine the full amount is double that.
Yeah.
So I think that's actually quite good. So I will show you this once I can use my Thermomix again. But this is the ground pecans, and you basically are I'm going to tilt my camera down so you can see the bowl. But you're basically going to roll that in there. So I'll just pull that off. Nice thing is I can use that other bit.
Wow.
So you just use your fingers and just, wrap it or roll it in it, and it will just stick on the outside.
Awesome.
And it just gives it a nicer finish. You can all see what I'm doing there? Yeah.
Yes, we can perfectly. We're actually going to do a tour of Thanksgiving recipes in between, when you guys are cooking in between. But right now we only have 1 minute left, so I'm gonna hold off until the end. Jay was Iwona, the tip on this recipe says that you can only use cream and not cheese. Does this mean I need to use more cream? And
sorry, cream or what? There's no cream in the one that I've made. It's just
in tips because it's traditional French dish from Alps, so you can use also just the cream, heavy cream, or the mixture heavy cream with milk, and you don't have to add the cheese. It's just the traditional dish. It's up to you.
And she's also asking which type of potato is the best.
For me, the best is the Yukon Gold.
That's what I use as well, the Yukon Gold.
They're the best, but if you very on the rush and you are super hungry and want to eat faster, so you can use the baked potato. They cook a little bit faster, but they very white color, so the dish will be not looks pretty and yellowish. So I try with both types of potato, but definitely the Yukon Gold is the best.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Alrighty, so I see that Natalie is ready for the next recipe. And the title is Cranberry Pecan Cheese Ball. So let me put here the recipe name and link.
And you can see how nicely steamed those.
I love the color. They didn't lose the color.
No, their color is beautiful. And that's one of the nice things about the Thermomix is they don't lose their color. So I'm going to pop those into a bowl.
Good.
I'm using one of our ThermoServe bowls so that I can keep them nice and warm. They look better in there.
So beautiful and so fast. That was really fast.
And then I'm actually going to drizzle olive oil, which I left in my pantry.
Oh wow, I love that. I love your pantry.
That's my hidey hole that nobody can see the mess in there. That's my workstation. So when I'm on camera, I shut that up. And so then I'm going to put this cheese mixture on top.
Okay. We don't see the plate right now, but if you can lift it a little, we'll see.
Let me just.
There you go. Perfect.
So I'll put that on top. And then I'm going to put on my onion.
Oh, wow. Are we invited to your Thanksgiving table?
It smells delicious too because it's got that lemon and that parsley. So it really does look nice. And obviously your final touches are going to be salt and pepper. So I have sous vide some steak tonight in the Thermomix. So my husband and I will be having green beans and filet steak for our dinner tonight because I thought I need to use these green beans because they're cooked now. So there you go.
Ta-da! That's awesome.
Yeah, and
Don't
this is
say you
only-
are too far from me because otherwise I will come.
You could
by
come and
myself.
you would want to come and have some. I know, Van. You would
Yeah.
love the green beans. Okay, so I'm going to just put the lid on that to keep that.
Save
warm.
them for the picture later because we'll take a picture
Yes,
with more
I'll
recipe.
I'll
Yes.
save that one, and I'm just going to rinse that water out.
Yeah.
Jay
I
saying
have
that
just 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
Jay says that she loves the tip that Kauthar shared with us today in the chat. It's true. She was saying that you can choose how many layers you have to steam in TM7. You can choose what you want to put in the basket, what things you want to put in the varoma, and the cheat sheet is there in the screen, right? It's super, super intuitive. You can go there and and if you don't know how to use it very well, you have all the instructions there, right? You go to the steaming functions and the cheat sheet, and you can just steam all the veggies you have in that fridge.
Yes. And like you said, the screen is awesome. Like for people like they don't use the gloves, whatever they have, like they don't have the finger tips or super dry hands, this screen always pops up. Whatever you touch works. I love it.
Nice, I love it. Your love gets in it. I love it. It's in it.
Love
That's
Because I have problem with my TM6 because I don't have the finger tips, so I have to like touch like 3 times when they pop
Okay.
up. This one is perfect.
Oh, that's awesome. Alrighty. So I think Natalie's back. 1 second. Let me see.
I just am cooling that bowl off a little as well because it's quite hot from the steaming, and
Okay.
I'm putting my cheese in, so I don't want it to
Okay.
melt before I chop it.
So Sumaya is telling us that the potato bake recipe in the Thermomix is amazing. She's French, and before Thermomix, when she was cooking, it was not always turning well. Sometimes overcooked, sometimes undercooked, and now with Thermomix, it's always perfect result. I love that you love it, Sumaya. And actually, I want to hear from you because I could not say can you pronounce the name in French, please?
For the potato bake?
Yes, it
Yeah.
has here.
The-
It says Dauphine.
Gratin dauphinois.
Dauphinois. Okay.
Sounds so much nice.
Dauphinois.
Dauphinois.
So
Gratin.
sexy. That name that she pronounced is so sexy.
All right. Gratin Dauphinois. I did it.
Okay, I just want to show you all this. This
Wow.
is just a little trick that maybe you all know already, but if you don't, I wanted to make sure that my bowl's dry, so I did dry it with a tea towel. And I don't know if you can see around the edges, but I put that on the manual mode and I put it on speed 10 and I just flicked out all the water to the outside that was around the blades, and then I'm just going to dry it like that. So now my bowl is all dry.
That's awesome. So that was speed 10 for how long?
Like 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
Seconds is
And
speed 10.
yeah, and that tip you can use for also getting stuff from around the blade. So if there's, the cream, once I make the cheese for this cheese ball, if it's stuck around the blade, I don't have to dig with my spatula. I can actually just do that speed 10, it will flick it out.
Okay.
So that's a really helpful tip. I do wish they had put it at the top here with one of, another button here so we could just do that. Speed 10 for 2 seconds is one of my...
Will the turbo mode be the equivalent to that, or just one burst?
You could use the turbo mode, but the speed 10 is better for it. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right.
And we've used that on, I had the TM31, we used to use that on that, and every other model I've used is that particular speed 10, 2 seconds to flick stuff out.
Perfect. So
Okay.
20 minutes into it, we already did 2 recipes, and then we're having time to talk and tell everybody a lot of tips. So those were very, very fast recipes. If you're in Thanksgiving and you have so much to do and you wish that you had another set of hands, guess what? Iwona and Natalie just made 2 recipes in no time, right?
Yep. And my potato day ready.
Yeah.
My potato day ready. I can just pour if we have few seconds.
You can do that, and then I'll
Yeah,
once you
let's
finish,
go
I'll
for
do
you.
that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
look how nice nice and warm. I want to show you. Here we go. They like
Ooh, okay. Nice.
halfway cooked. I will just pour to my casserole dish. Oh, the juice is very
Oh,
nice.
that's true. I was saying that the recipe was done, but it still has to go in the oven. Sorry.
Yes, they have to go.
Well, that won't be your time.
Then they come beautiful and brown because you've
Yes,
browned them in the
I
oven.
will show you on the end. Let me just go from this.
Uh-huh.
How I'm standing up is much easier for me. And I don't want to lose that delicious garlicky juice. So, yep. All right, and I will just sprinkle with the cheese. Let me just show you. Okay. Okay, yum. I'm already super hungry.
Sorry. If you lower the screen a little, the phone a little.
Yes, I will show you.
You charge now? Okay.
Yeah.
We should have met halfway because I want some of that potato too.
All right, so check this out.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Looks so great. So
That's
ready
amazing.
to just go to the oven.
Ah, perfect. All righty. So thank you so much, Iwona. And then we're going back to Natalie. All right.
So I've got my cranberry cheese ball recipe. So I'm going to put start on here. And I've got my pecans. And like I said, I did half of the recipe. So
you're going to make the other half right now. Okay, good.
yeah, I'm going to do the other half now. So I'm going to go next and I'm going to chop those. Just pop that back on. And I will just find my little black bits that I've got somewhere.
Wow, I see this recipe. 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Okay.
That's very good. Okay, next. So it just wants me to pop those into a bowl, which you saw me before with that bowl where I down.
All right, so we have the pecans chopped in 2 seconds.
And you don't have to get it all out because some of that pecan is going to go into your cheese ball.
Anyway, right?
Yeah. And now I've got my aged cheddar in here. Now let me just see if I get 4 ounces in now and try and stand out of your way. Oh, 3.3. My halving wasn't that well done. Okay.
Oh, you're making half anyway, right?
Yeah, I am. And then I've got dried cranberries going in there. And that's 1 ounce I'm putting in. And then I've got a teaspoon of thyme. Now it says fresh thyme, but I've used dry because I didn't have fresh, and the stores up here, the thyme looked terrible. So I'm using dried. So I'm going to go next. And now it wants me to chop that as well. So I will.
And we have to say that Natalie's an expert on what you can do or cannot do because she was working in the recipe development team when Thermomix started in US, right, Natalie? Oh, well, now she's chopping.
Okay.
So
she can talk. So I'll show you my favorite mode in the Thermomix, pre-clean. So after I cooked, I can put in my mixing bowl. So just put half of the mixing bowl of water, 1 drop of dish soap, and just set up.
I love that function. I love it so much.
That's perfect.
So see, this is like chopped, like little balls, the cheddar cheese. It's not really pulverized yet. So I'll pop that in. And now it wants the soft cream cheese, so I'll pop that in. Let me just try to get my last little bit. Okay, I'm going to go next. And I'm going to mix that together.
Awesome. In 5 to 10 seconds. So Sumaya says that she wants to emphasize that the way of pre-cooking the potatoes in the Thermomix has a lot of benefits. 1, the potatoes are evenly soft. 2, better flavor infusion. 3, a creamier texture. 4, less dry. And 5, faster cooking time overall. Thank you, Sumaya. Thank you so much.
I know. Actually, we should have done that at our class because we our class at that, we weren't sure what sort of oven we were going to get because when you're at a different venue, you don't know. And it did take us extra long to cook it, but people still got to taste it in the end just.
Yes.
But we should have done that one. Okay, so I'm just going to reuse my cling wrap.
Okay.
I had the other ball in, so I'm just going to pop the camera down so you can actually see what I'm doing there.
Okay.
So it wants me to transfer this mixture, which you can see there. And you can see it's a lot more mixed and soft. Okay. And I'm going to get that out. In this case, in this recipe, all of that has been pushed out to the side. So I actually don't have really anything around the blades. So I just need to get it out. And
oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, see, it's really not around. It's all been pushed out, and that that was mixing that quite fast. But that's pretty much how that speed 10 works. Is it just flicks anything around there out. I use it for bread dough, for oatmeal, for anything gooey.
Yeah. I was talking to Annie today about this. Annie's in the chat today, in the class today, and she was asking me how to get the dough away from the blades. So I'm very glad that you're saying these tips.
Yeah, it's something that like I said, I've used with every Thermomix that I've had. So I would love it if they had it with that little black line. That's I'm going to write to them and say, please fix that. It's not that hard to do. You just go to the manual mode. But
I'm definitely going to do this recipe for Thanksgiving. I'm going to
it's so quick.
Yeah.
And then you can also freeze them so that you're, once you put your pecans on, you can still freeze it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see I'm not having to touch it. I'm getting it all just with the cling wrap so that I don't have to actually touch the cheese while it's soft. And it's pretty firm. It says put it in the fridge for 30 minutes, but I don't even know if you really have to. You could probably just roll it. I'm gonna try and just roll it to show you.
Okay.
So I've made it into a ball. It's probably not going to be as easy as the previous one because
the other one was chilled. Yeah.
Yeah, the other one was chilled. Now let me just grab that other one and stick it on the plate that I've got prepared. So this is my prepared one that I did earlier for you and showed you. And I'm just going to add some more of these pecans to this bowl and roll this. It actually is rolling probably better, sticking better because it's softer. But I did have mine in there. I did mine earlier today, so it has been in there more than half an hour. But you can see it. You can still do it. Am I showing you that in the picture?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So you can still coat it while it's without having to wait that half an hour because you can see I'm doing that right here. But they're pretty big. I mean, I don't know if you need a bigger one. If you need to have a big one, unless you're having like the whole family over. I think just do 2 and then,
so you cover the whole table, right? Like a little bit here, a little bit there. Otherwise,
yeah, you could put like gluten-free crackers around one, and then like these are wheat crackers, but you could put gluten-free around one, and then
awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you so much. Get ready for the picture. I'll be back to you in a second. We're going back to Iwona.
Yeah, so you can look at my mixing bowl. I just dumped the water and just rinse. So it's ready to use very fast. And I will start do the spice carrot salad. Let's start.
Let me put it in the chat as well.
So between 400 to 500 carrots. Okay. 1 green apple. All right, let me have the apple. Here we go. Apple. Raisins, I will skip that because we don't like raisins. So, yeah. Garlic clove. I will add 2. Ground cumin. All right. Here we go. Oh, I need to put that. It's gonna get wet. I don't know why, probably from the mixing bowl, and I don't want to overdo. Okay, we have the cumin, ground paprika, half teaspoons. Yeah, I will just do the eyeball. All right. Ground cinnamon. Okay. Okay. Let me just put the half of the spoon or a little bit too much. All right. Yeah, I know, sounds a little bit weird for the salad, but it's very good, I promise. Cayenne pepper. Okay, not too much. Olive oil. Yeah.
Okay.
Just 10 grams.
There.
Salt. And fresh cilantro. Okay. And salt. Let me add some salt, half of the teaspoon, and black pepper.
I really think that the recipe card makes it so much faster. The fact that you have everything in one screen is so much faster now with the 7, right?
Yes,
It is so much faster.
I love it. And 20 grams of pistachio nuts.
Okay.
Yeah, the shelled one.
Yum.
Yeah, it's so good. All right. See, I like they already will mark for me, so I not even have to touch.
Nice.
And ground paprika, what I miss, I have everything. Okay, next, I will do chop for 5 seconds on the heat. 5. Go.
5 seconds. That's awesome. Jay, in a little bit, I'll ask you to ask the question yourself. 1 second when they're done with this.
Sorry, I have to take different.
We're done. That's it. Do you have a salad?
Yeah, I show you.
Everyone was so
Oh my
impressed.
God, look at this.
Ta-da! Oh my
Ta-da.
goodness.
It's
How
like
long-
perfectly chopped in
How
5
long
seconds.
will that take? How long will that take to chop manually?
Oh, not manually. We're taking probably
They
like
didn't grate it all.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Wow,
So
it's
we're
amazing.
about to have a picture of the 4 recipes. So
Yeah.
before we do that, we're going to go in a little tour because I know that both of you wanted to talk about a few other recipes that obviously, like Natalie said at the beginning, we don't have time to show here in a class, right? Like we're not going to start making a turkey, but we can talk about them. So let me 1 second when we see your recipe, and then I'm going to start sharing a screen. Let me see.
You know, when you cook your turkey, you have time to prepare all the other dishes, the salad, the appetizer. Is so fast with Thermomix.
Let us see the salad. Let us see the salad before we move on. Wow, awesome. And it's a pretty big salad. Okay.
Yes, and pretty color, you know, like for fall, the orange, much perfect.
Between that color and the green beans, oh my goodness, we have awesome. It's perfect. Is it good? Nice.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Alrighty, so then I'm going to choose, hold on 1 second. I want to replace the spotlight. Yes, so I'm going to share my screen for a second. Can everyone see my calendar right now? Let me see my cookie dough calendar. You can see it? Yes, you can see it. Perfect. Okay, so what we did today was the green bean gremolata, the cranberry pecan cheese balls, the potato bake, which you have a few options on this recipe, and Jay has a question in a second, and the spiced carrot salad. But here we have all the recipes that both of you wanted to talk about, right? So Natalie, for example, what do you want to start talking about? And then I'll move to Iwona.
The pecan pie. So there's not pecan pie, pumpkin pie. There is this pumpkin pie recipe we did on the weekend for our face-to-face class. And that one is really, everyone loved it. It's not too sweet. It has a graham cracker crust, and you just use some cream in it rather than the condensed milk in the can. So there are other recipes on there. The other popular one, and it's more orange. This comes out a bit more brown, but the orange one is also very good. But everybody did like that one. We did that one the other day, just as a variation. Yeah, that's the other one just there. That one most they have good ratings, and most people really like them.
Awesome. Alrighty. So, what other things we can talk about? For example,
the mulled wine is really good if you live in a cold location like I do in Colorado. That's really awesome to have that made up for your guests. It's just really warming, obviously, and you can put in all the spices and stuff in there, or you can, put in less of the ones that you like. The cranberry sauce, that one's a spicy cranberry sauce, I think. It has orange in it. Is that the one that because there's numerous ones. So we did the one with orange in it. Yep.
Yeah.
And that comes out really thick. But there is just a plain one that is. Can you hear my cleaner going in the back? I'm just going to turn that off.
If I go here, I created a recipe folder for Thanksgiving, and I have here a lot of cranberry options.
There's a lot of options.
Chutney, spicy.
Yeah, check through it and read and see what you like. The pumpkin pie spice, you can make your own pumpkin pie spice if you don't have any in your pantry. Make your own. It's obviously really quick and easy and really, really fresh when you make it yourself.
Nice. I love
And
that.
that's a nice gift too to give to somebody.
Mm-hmm. Yes, or if you want to open up a store.
Yeah, and then the meat dishes that we have here, the one that we did was the chicken roulade that we did at our class.
But yeah, Iwona, you were asking for this one to be here in the list, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we did that last Sunday on our in-person class, and it was like also like very big hit, and it's great. So we just kept the potato on our class because we made the potato gratin. So it'll be like way too much potato, but actually it's very delicious, and the chicken is steamed, so it's healthy, very juicy, and it's very good combination of flavor from the prosciutto, chicken, spinach, and mascarpone cheese. So it's amazing. And they also come with like a sauce, with like touch with the sauce. Yeah, I totally recommend this dish.
That's awesome. And I made this other one.
You can. It makes four big steamed parcels of it, so it actually makes quite a bit.
Okay.
They come with like just my advice: if you're buying the chicken, don't buy like the tin chicken cutlets. Just buy the big full chicken breast.
Okay.
Because you have to butterfly it.
Butterfly it, so you cut it and split it open.
Exactly.
Okay.
So they come up with 4 big rolladas. So we had on the cooking class, and I made next day at home, and that was for 2 days.
That's awesome. In that same theme, I made this turkey one time because I didn't want to make the whole turkey in the oven and all of that. And we were not that many at home that Thanksgiving. And I said, okay, I'm just going to do this, guys. And it worked out great. And it was steamed. It was very healthy. I mean, turkey is already healthy, but it was super, super easy to make. So it was a great substitution when you don't want to do the whole thing, right?
And if you live in a hot climate, you're not heating your house up with your oven because you're steaming it.
Yes. And then I love these pumpkin mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes in general in Thermomix are amazing. The consistency, the texture is awesome. But the pumpkin mashed potatoes, it has me in love. And my daughter too. She loves this one. She's in Spain right now making it for her friends. So, and then this is a great soup for this type of, for this weather, right? And for this time of the year. So in reality, these are the ones that we wanted to talk to you about, but I ended up adding a lot of things for Thanksgiving because, just remember that Thermomix can do a lot of things for you. So not just the pumpkin pie, you have a lot of different cakes that you can do here. We have a lot of
pecan pie ones, the little pecan pie tarts, the small ones.
Yeah.
We've done them in classes in years before for Thanksgiving, and they are really, really good and quite simple.
That's awesome.
Yes.
There are
also the dinner roll. They're amazing for
dinner. The dinner rolls.
Yes, they're amazing.
We're getting to those in a second. We're getting to those in a second, but you can see here all the veggie recipes that you can do. Roasted vegetable, obviously the roasted is going to happen in the oven, but you have a lot of things going on here in the Thermomix as well. The carrot feta mint salad, cranberry pecan, Brussels sprouts. A lot of people use Brussels sprouts, right? In Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Have a lot of meat recipes, the gravy, the cranberry sauce. We have a lot of mashed potatoes. And then we have also the bread that Iwona wanted to get to. Here you are. You see, which one do you like, Iwona, that you're saying?
I like the dinner rolls, or the pull-out
There's another recipe. Yeah, there's another recipe with little dinner rolls. And they're small. They're just small ones.
They're very good for Thanksgiving.
I think they're called dinner rolls, Diana.
Yes, dinner rolls.
While you're looking for that, I can tell people too with the gravy, if you cook a turkey and you've got pan juices, you can actually use your pan juices, try and drain off as much fat, keep your pan juices. I normally put that straight into my Thermomix, and then I will use some of my stock paste that I make, probably chicken if I'm cooking a turkey. So I'll add, a teaspoon of the stock paste, and then I'll add some cornstarch and water, and that's how I'll make my gravy. And it takes like 7 minutes. So think of it like cooking custard. same time and that kind of thing. And that makes a really quick, easy gravy. And Diana was going, what if you don't cook the turkey and you don't have the pan juices? So I cook a lot, obviously. So sometimes if I'm cooking roast chicken, I might not make gravy for that roast chicken, and I'll take those pan juices and I'll put them in the freezer, and the fat sets on the top, and you can literally separate the flavor from the fat. And then I just put that in the freezer in a little bottle, and I just write on it, chicken stock for gravy. And then when I want to make gravy without having to cook, I can get that out and use that. And you can do it for lamb and beef and everything.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that tip. So everyone, if you're thinking about what to make in Thanksgiving and you have a Thermomix, that's great. If you don't have a Thermomix and you got an idea, we're very, very happy that we helped you. If you're interested in a Thermomix, obviously, I'm guessing that a consultant sent you this link, so please call them. We're not done yet, but I'm just giving you some information. What I want you to know is that anytime that someone orders a Thermomix, it arrives in pretty much 3-4 business days at the most, right? It ships the next business day, and it takes like 2 or 3 depending where you live. So it would arrive on time for Thanksgiving. And if you like classes like this one, right now we have an offer where anybody buying this month will get invited to 3 classes that are taught by very, very, good chefs, famous chefs.
Famous chefs, yeah.
Very famous chefs. So we're very excited about that, and that's part of anyone buying a Thermomix recently. This month. We have options for purchase, and you can also have the option for becoming a consultant and working to earn your Thermomix. So obviously talk to the person that invited you here if you have any questions about that. But what other tips do you guys have for us, Natalie and Iwona?
I haven't got any more, I don't think.
You don't have any more?
Maybe Iwona might.
No, I'm good too.
Yeah, gravy was my last one.
I see that in the chat. Jay was asking about cooking the potato for 20 minutes and what temperature. And Sumaya was already answering depending on the recipe. So it was 20 minutes. And she was saying the French recipe on cookie dough actually includes this step as pre-cooking. So they already answer each other here. And then you should not wait, as you need time to learn how to cook. All right. I love what Jay's saying. Actually, Jay, can you join for a second with your voice?
Okay, I come in the picture as well. So I was
coming with the picture as well. I love that.
I just got so hungry after watching you guys cooking. So that's why I went to the kitchen to start cooking myself. So, and then you really shouldn't wait. I know it doesn't take that long, and we're still 2 weeks away from the Thanksgiving. But anything could happen, weather could happen, and you also need time to connect with your consultant to learn how to cook with TM7. So just get it as soon as possible, and you won't regret it, because once you start, you need time to learn. And then, it's not like when you have time, your consultant is also available. So just make sure that, you get it as soon as possible, and then you will be so confident cooking in your home before the crowd comes in for the Thanksgiving party, and you're going to have a blast.
That's awesome. I was talking to Annie. Right before the class, and she was telling me that she received her Thermomix a week ago, and she's ready to open a cooking business this week. She was like, it is amazing what I'm making. So yes, get it and practice first, because you don't want to practice the day of Thanksgiving, right? So,
yeah, and if you decide to join our team, you can sign up and earn it. And then you have people like the other day, last weekend, I had a Chinese dinner that I had to go to. So I was able to reach out to Jay and say, hey, Jay, give me some advice on some Chinese appetizers or desserts. Yes. So you have all of the insider help when you're part of the team.
I have done that too, yes. If you join the team, you have 90 days. If one person buys from your link, you got a 20% off your Thermomix. 2 people, 40%, 3 people, 60, then 80, then 90, then 100. So you can earn it for free. You can earn it at a huge discount. You can just get a 20% with just one person that you know that wants a Thermomix. So talk to your consultant, the person that sent you this. Well, guys, thank you so much. I would love to take a picture of the two recipes each. Let me go back to the beginning so I can get in the picture as well. Thank you. And for anyone being here, if you want to hang out a little bit, we can take questions. Just let me make sure that I take this picture first, and then we'll be taking some questions. 1, 2, and yay! There we go. Alrighty, do we have questions from everyone? Do you want to speak up, or do you want to actually post them in the chat? See? How long do you defrost the cheese ball? if you freeze it? Oh, good question.
Yeah, I would probably say at least 40 minutes. I mean, it's like when you are serving cheese, you want to get it out, at least an hour before you're going to serve it so it can get more to room temperature. So I would say probably at least 40 minutes, probably an hour really, to get it to room temperature.
Awesome.
I haven't done it, so I can't tell you the exact time.
Thank you. Anyone else? A question? If you want to speak up, if you want to try, type it. We're good. Alrighty. Thank you so much.
Actually, could I ask a quick question? Hi,
Absolutely.
I'm brand new. I'm cooking my first dinner right now, a broccoli potato soup. I'm so excited. Made some sorbet too, and a banana bread. So the question I have, I heard I was kind of cooking at the same time you were talking, but I'd love to hear, is it just a gravy recipe? Because I will be having Thanksgiving at my house and I will be cooking a turkey and I will have pan drippings. And so what I heard somebody say is that it makes the best gravy. And so I just want to make sure that I know where that recipe's at and how to do that.
So there are numerous gravy recipes, but what I do is I just do it manually. So I put my pan juices into the Thermomix mixing bowl. I remove as much fat as I can and put the pan juices in. I put in some of the stock. You probably have seen as though you're just starting out, not haven't made the stock, but there's beef stock, vegetable stock paste and chicken stock paste, and they're all amazing and easy to make. Hardest thing is finding jars to put it into. And then those last for like 6 months in your fridge. You can freeze them into ice cube containers. They won't set rock hard because they have a high salt content. But it's the best stock. Once you make it, you won't go back. So I put a teaspoon of that in. Obviously, if I'm doing like 2 cups of water, each cup of water would have at least a heaped teaspoon of stock paste. And then you put in your cornstarch or your flour, whatever your thickener is, and then you cook it on like a 100. I think it's not. Is it 95 here? Because we're 95 degrees, and then you're going to cook it for like 7 minutes. Yeah,
it's going to be so yummy and so easy.
Yeah, and you may need to increase that if you're, like I said, doing 2 cups of water. Like, if it's 1 cup, it's going to be like 7 minutes. So what I said was, if you follow the custard recipe for the cooking time, that will cook it.
Awesome.
But there
Thank
are
you
recipes
so much.
from scratch that you'll be able to find. I don't know if Diana's going to share some of those on the...
Which one?
The gravy recipe. Maybe we could share that, the actual recipe. Because that, what I'm telling you, is not a recipe. It's just me doing it manually. But I like making gravy with the pan juices. And a lot of people don't, but I do.
Alrighty, so 1 second, let me see. I'm here and I go to the...
There is a gravy on there, yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
That's the one? Okay. So butter, flour, and cook. Pan drippings, chicken stock, soy sauce, and cook. That's
Okay,
it.
so that one does have your pan juices in it too.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're cooking that longer, aren't they?
They're cooking 12 minutes.
Right.
3 minutes first and then 12 at the end.
It's probably because it's a bit more than what I'm making when I'm just doing a roast chicken for like 4 people.
Okay. I'm putting the link in the chat as well. And
Thank you so much.
Penny, now we need a picture of your Thanksgiving this year and the one from last year, right? The last year was like with all the pans and
the stress.
and then we need the one from this year like this.
Actually, there are some other tips, and one of those is, because I was talking to Diana about this, is when I'm doing Thanksgiving, like this cheese ball you can make in advance, especially if you're going to freeze it. And you can make your pastry up and have it in the cling wrap in your fridge. And you don't have to do that on Thanksgiving Day. You can do it in advance. So try and plan the things that can be done, like try and break them up and do those so that you're not doing all of that prep in one day.
Great idea.
The start of the week of Thanksgiving, you could make your pastry, put it in the fridge. And then 2 days out, you could actually make your crust, but you don't have to put the filling in. And then on Thanksgiving or the night before, you could do the fillings and bake them. So then they're in the, because we all obviously other issues we have, which I have, is I never have enough fridge space once I've cooked it or made it. I live in Colorado, so luckily here we can use our garage as a fridge. So, but I know like in Nevada, you can't do that.
No.
So keep in mind all of those things, like whatever you can make and freeze and then get out, that just makes your life so much easier on any event that you're cooking for.
So if I do all of that, then on Thanksgiving Day, all I have to do is my mulled wine, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can just sip.
And you can
And
even
then-
make that the night before because that tastes nice because it needs to infuse. The longer it infuses, the better flavour.
Okay, there goes my joke.
You can watch
Thank
the
you,
Thanksgiving
ladies.
parade from New York and sip your wine.
Thank you,
Thank
right?
you so much.
Right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for all coming to the class.
Alrighty, if anyone
Thank you.
else has questions, that's great. Let me see, 1 second. We have someone joining now. And okay, so we're giving you the night back. If you don't have any more questions, then I hope that this class was very helpful. Thank you everyone for being here. I cannot wait for pictures of your Thanksgiving table. Everything made with a Thermomix, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, so that was it. I hope that this was very helpful for you. I'm going to leave in the comments Natalie's information and Iwona's information. That way you can ask them questions, you can contact them. And if you like this series, we're going to be doing many, many more for you. Thank you so much and happy Thanksgiving.